What's good, family? I'm just macking and relaxing, man. At the telly, just chilling. I had a long night, y'all. We was we was initiating until all the way to the next morning, like straight up. Like we started at night, it was probably like 10 o'clock, and like that thing literally kept going till I'm gonna say maybe like 7 or 8 in the morning. So we was putting in work last night, family. See, that's the thing, y'all don't know. Like, it's a lot that go into initiation, y'all. It's a lot that go on in initiation. So now I'm macking and relaxing at the telly. My Omar Wool is still at the temple because when you initiate, you can't lay on no cushy bed and none of that type of stuff when you initiating. You got to do it the ancestor where you got to sleep on that mat. You know what I'm saying? And sit on that mat for X amount of time and still go through the process when it's time to do rituals. So we'll be back at it again tonight. We'll be back at it again tonight, all night. But that's how it is, man. Initiation is rigorous. It's rigorous, y'all. When people don't understand. Like, y'all got to think, when I initiated, I did two Orishas and Itefa. I did Eshu, I did Osun, and I did Itefa. That's why I was in Nigeria so long, and it was rigorous, you know what I'm saying? Because like during the times of initiation, ain't no bed and cushy hotel stuff. Nah, man, you in the mix, like you sleeping on that mat, boy. You feel me? On concrete or temple grounds, whatever it may be, you on that mat. You know what I'm saying? So it is not easy. All the stuff that goes down in initiation. So I had to endure that, and it wasn't comfortable, man. It'd be hot, you know what I'm saying? It's the elements, it'd be lizards and all type of stuff around you. Sometimes you get invaded by ants, then it be flies around sometimes, depending on how the wind blow. Cause that's Africa, like flies depend on how the wind blow today, man. You feel me? But I'm trying to kick it for the day. You feel me? I'm just watching TV. I'm watching TV. My wife said my feet prettier than Lotto's, but my wife said my feet prettier than Lotto's feet. Real talk. That's what she said. But yeah, I'm just macking and relaxing, family. You know how we do. You know how we do. Initiation is hard, man. Whether it's Itefa or Orisha, like it's rigorous, especially when you do it in Nigeria or the place of origin. Like you initiate in Nigeria, you initiate in Brazil, you initiate in Cuba. You go to those places and you be in the real element, yo. It is no joke. Personally, I think Nigeria probably have the most extreme elements because it's Africa hot. Like Africa hot is real. Like when they say Africa hot, that is not a stereotype, family. Like that is a real thing. Like it's very hot, and it's not hot all day, but in an initiation sense, when you're in the elements for like 24 hours, because even like let's say even if you were inside like a shrine, like a temple shrine, you're still not in air condition or nothing like that. So like whatever it feels like outside, it'll feel a similar way inside. It won't be as bad because the sun ain't beaming directly on you, but it's still hot. You know what I'm saying? But typically in Africa, I would say up until noon is decent. Like it's not too bad. Like 9, 10 a.m. 11 a.m. is when it'll start pushing up, to get hot as the sun gets high in the sky. And then after like 5 or 6 p.m., it's it's not as unbearable for West Africa. I can't speak for other parts of Africa because Africa is so big. But in West Africa, for the most part, once it gets over like 5 o'clock p.m., 6 o'clock p.m., it's not as bad, but it still is generally hot. You know what I'm saying? So that's like elements that people face things like that in initiation, y'all. For sure, like initiation is no joke, man. And then you're up for long hours, you know. So we might have started a process at a certain time, and it just keeps on going all night into the morning, literally daybreak, like daybreak, and we still working as our wolves. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. If For those who never experienced it in Africa, you might not understand. But for those who have experienced it in Africa, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's worth it in the end, It's worth it in the end when things like destiny get revealed and all of these questions get answered. So many things happen, you know what I mean? Like, so many things happen. So it's definitely worth it. Uh, But that's the duality of it, it's not an easy process at all. It's not an easy process. And I actually built a lot of respect from the people in Nigeria who were watching me go through my process because they like, oh, okay, he ain't trying to take easy routes. And you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever it was, I just did it. You know what I'm saying? That mean I had to sleep outside for almost a month. Hey, we had to get it done. You did like we had to get it done. So I went through my process. I went through my process, family. So you gotta troop it out. And if you one of my students, I'll definitely not cutting you no slacks on the process to cut corners and stuff. Now, like we gonna do it the right way, the way how it's supposed to. The authentic way. Like it ain't no other way to go about it. In my eyes, if you dealing with me, now I can't speak for if you dealing with somebody else, but for me, I tend to like stick more to the book and be traditional about it. Like, nah, we gonna do it how we been doing it for thousands of years for the most part. Like we ain't gonna deviate too much from that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna deviate too much from that. Um, but hey, that's me. You know what I'm saying? That's me. I feel like when you stick as close to how the ancestors did it, I feel as though it brings the best results, you know. And that's just a theory of mine. It don't have to be an absolute, but it's just a theory of mine. That's just that's my opinion. You feel me? But yeah, family, I'm gonna get some rest, get ready for a long night. We 5 hours ahead in Nigeria from the East Coast time. So I'm gonna get some rest, y'all. We're gonna keep this thing rocking, man. You know?